Lame Truth here, and if you guys could, I would appreciate if you could like this video, because this needs to be seen by as many eyes as possible. I want everyone to take in everything I'm going to show you, and everything will be sectioned off in timestamps for all the TikTok brains out there. One video too long, one more. Fuck off, man. Use the timestamps, suck my dick, all right? I just want to show you all of this because I am incredibly vindicated. Why am I vindicated? Because I have been right for the past 5 goddamn years. This video is going to be a long one. Don't care. Again, use the timestamps because I got a lot I want to get off my chest. All right? Let's get right on into it here. And I just want to cut straight to the core, show you guys the meat and potatoes right away, and then show you a bunch of things. I mean, there's so much I want to cover. My ADHD is going wild, but let's do it. First and foremost, Call of Duty in the past 30 days has lost over 50,000 of its average players on Steam charts. It's lost over 30% of its player base in the last 30 days. Now, just for reference here, guys, just for reference, 7 days ago, I made a video about how we pretty much beat Call of Duty. Like, we pretty much beat Call of Duty because they lost about 19% of their player base the last time I covered this 7 days ago, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty huge, you know? Like, Modern Warfare 2 lost about 20% in December, and that game was a colossal fucking failure. It's horribly received, bled players all year long. I didn't think it could get this bad. I didn't think it could actually get worse. We were losing about 1.5% of the player base per day. We have lost 12% of the player base in the last 7 days alone. 12% in 7 days, guys. That's not normal. I'm sorry. Something needs to change and fast. And I just want to show you a comparison here, okay? If you think this is like an anomaly or whatever, or you think it's just Steam charts and it doesn't count, I'm going to show you 3 things here that I mean, this needs to be addressed immediately by Activision Call of Duty, or it's going to get even fucking worse. Just for comparison, I want to show you Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2 in December, okay? So like in 2022, Modern Warfare 2, of course, bled a lot of players, but Modern Warfare 3 actually gained players in December. Now, you could say that Modern Warfare 3 released a few weeks after these 2 games, Black Ops 6 and Modern Warfare 2, and that's why. But if we look at January, Modern Warfare 3 didn't lose that many players. Like, usually, January is the big month where there's a big drop-off with Call of Duty. It's always been like that, even back when the games were good and weren't made by a bunch of Wojaks and stuff. So, I don't know, man. It's bad. So I want to kind of go over why it's so bad. I mean, this game, for all intents and purposes, and this isn't hyperbole, this is not clickbait here. I have never seen it dip like this. Like, I've been playing Call of Duty a long, long time. Back when they used to show the player counts, I have never seen it this bad. And before you say like, well, I'm sure it's doing great on console, we don't have the updated console numbers, but I will say this, it doesn't really matter what it's doing on console, because console is not the main platform anymore. This ain't 2009, guys. It's 2024. Most people have gaming PCs. Most people are on PC now. Like, every single year, PC gets more and more popular. I would say Steam represents roughly 20%, maybe 15% of the player base. And if you don't believe me, I mean, you can see this metric here. I got some data for you. You can see this metric right here. But also, Bobby Kotick said under oath that PC is their biggest platform. Now, you could say like you have to split it between Battle.net, and that's fair. But the point of this, the whole point of this, is that this is correlated to every single platform. Maybe not as severe, maybe more severe. We don't know because they hide the numbers. But regardless, why is this game dead? And I'm not saying dying, I'm saying this game for the rest of the year, and I'm talking Warzone and Black Ops 6, I'm saying both are dead. And I know that's a bold claim, but I want to just reiterate how fucking bad this is. And if you're not affected by this, let's say you are a plumber, you know, you're like a 50-year-old plumber and father of 4. You come home and you play Call of Duty after a long day of digging through shit, right? Maybe it doesn't affect you yet. Maybe you're a 10-year-old kid that got this game early for Christmas because your parents got sick of you watching Skibidi Toilet or whatever. Maybe it doesn't affect you either. You guys are in the bottom bracket. You're the ultra casuals. Guess what? It will affect you eventually because everybody in the upper tier brackets are going to quit, and then those people ruining things are going to find their way to you. What do I mean by that? What's the big thing that's fucking this game over? I mean, where do I start? Let's start with the cheating. Cheaters have completely taken over this game, and you know what? I don't fucking blame you guys. In fact, you get my blessing. You get the Codfather's blessing, all right? Been doing this shit since 2007. Fucking do it. Who cares? It's up to the trillion-dollar company to stop you. If they can't stop you, then fucking go ahead and do it, man. Burn this shit to the ground. I don't give a goddamn fuck anymore. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of sitting up here and talking to people and yelling at people and trying to get my point across and being right like 95% of the fucking time, and no one listens. So you reap what you sow. Go ahead and do it. What do I mean, though? What do I mean? Like, Warzone, for example. Warzone, completely unplayable. There are cheaters in every bracket. Multiplayer is getting to that point. Like, I saw a clip on Reddit. Let's just show it. Wonder weapons from zombies are in the multiplayer right now. The ray gun is in multiplayer right now. I came across this on Twitter. There's a Discord server just selling stuff like this, and it's cheaper than most bundles in the game. So you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead, man. Just do it. Who gives a fuck? You can't play this game legit anyway. You might be saying like, wow, you're telling people to cheat. What the hell, BT? It doesn't matter if you cheat or not. You're going to get shadow banned either way. So you might as well cheat, I figure. The shadow banning problem, anyone who is remotely good, if they get reported enough, will be shadow banned by the AI Ricochet bullshit system. Fact. If you are too good at this game, you are going to get banned. And then once you get shadow banned once, it only takes a few reports for you to get shadow banned again. You're stuck in a loop. I've seen so many people. I mean, not just streamers. I'm not talking just streamers. I'm not talking the people who are good and play this game day in and day out and have a following. I'm talking just the common man. I'm talking people have been reporting this even when they're not very good and they happen to be partying up with like bad players like their kid or something, and they pop off too hard. I wish I were joking, but no, that's the state of the game. There is no anti-cheat. It's some AI slop. Speaking of AI slop, by the way, if cheaters weren't bad enough, the AI usage in this game is disgusting, and we've covered this before. We've covered the zombies voice actors leaving because they don't have AI voice protection, meaning Activision can make them say, I want to suck off Bobby Kotick if they so desire. You know, like, there's no protection against it. Speaking of that, we've been calling out the AI bundles and stuff, the AI art in the bundles and the AI art they're using for their blog posts and just AI all over things they are selling you in the game. Do they apologize for it? Do they address it? Do they explain why they're doing it? No, and no, but what they do, what they do is they lazily crop out the 7-fingered slop they put in their latest blog post. I'm not kidding. They cropped it out. The gobblegum thing. And this is why it's so important to support real artists like today's sponsor. And GamerSupps does not use AI art. They use real artists for all of their stuff. A lot of you guys are like, Blame Truth, how are you so energetic? Are you on crack? I'm just high on life, my friend, except that's not entirely true. I drink GamerSupps GG energy formula before every commentary I do because I got a lot I want to get off my chest. I don't have a chest like the big titty anime waifu, of course, but you know, I work out. They have their Gamer Soups, which is some of the best ramen I've ever had. And my girlfriend absolutely adores their waifu cups. So head on over to gamersupps.gg or just click the link in the pinned comment or video description. Use code BlameTruth for 10% off. And right now, when you buy GG Energy Tubs, you get free gifts for Christmas. So hit them up. All right, so back to this AI gobblegum debacle. As you can see here, they cropped out they cropped out the fingers. They hide and they sweep everything under the rug. This is why I consistently say, this skill-based damage thing, logically, it's more likely it exists and is a thing, some manipulation tactic to get you to keep playing or whatever. It's more likely that than not, because they haven't addressed it. Simply addressing it. It would take 15 seconds to do it on the COD Updates Twitter, and they have not done it. What does that tell you? Now, we found AI in the game, right? Did they address it? No, they tried to hide it. They cropped it out. That should tell you all you need to know. People have been saying for the longest time, like, hey, the servers are bad, and people are saying they're worse than ever. This guy says the hit registry is so absurdly inconsistent. It feels like completely different games, match to match. Sprinkle in the packet bursts, and it's just an absolute shit show. Why can't they simply fix the servers? This guy replies with, I don't think I've played another game where I can play 2 matches with the same ping, but one match will feel so drastically different from the other. 10 ping, one game will feel amazing, people die in the correct amount of shots, and when I die, it doesn't feel like I'm getting melted instantly as soon as people appear on my screen. Then I'll play another game, 10 ping again, and it feels like I'm a second behind what is actually happening. People tank shots and drop you instantly. You'll be waiting for someone to peek, and as soon as they appear on your screen, you're dead before you can even fire your gun. Then you watch the kill cam just to see they had enough time to peek out and light up their shot while you stood there staring at them like a bot. I don't think this is connection based. At least that's not the entire story. That's not the entire story, because I can reverse boost when I could 2-box before they patched that out, by the way, which is probably what's leading to more cheaters than ever, but I digress. When 2-boxing was still a thing, when I would actually 2-box into these lower brackets, the game felt smooth as silk. I even got less packet burst, if not none at all. These people making this game are incompetent, yes, but I think something is going on behind the scenes as well, and it's not erroneous visual blood splatter, you fucking cunts. It's not. All right, now, here's how dumb they are, though. I'm sorry for like insulting the devs. I'm not meaning to come after the devs, all 4,000 of you or whatever. I'm not meaning to do that. I'm sure it's the higher ups' fault. I really am sure of that. So please forgive me for my vitriol here, okay? I don't want to come across like I'm hating on you for the sake of hating on you, but it's guilt by association because you literally work for the fucking devil, okay? So they do this new event. This new Christmas event called Archie's whatever, Festival Frenzy or whatever. He looks like the data meme that I make fun of these people for, but regardless. He looks like that, okay? So people have logged on to start this event, and it's already done for them. They have just 20k points, and they can complete the event, no problem. Other people have to start from scratch, and they find that it's going to take like 8 to 10 hours of grinding to get the Barrett 50 cal. But on top of all that, the Barrett 50 cal is in the shop as a bundle. So it's like the last event where you could just skip actually participating in the event and buy the motherfucker. Now, here's the thing. After all of this, after all I have showed you, we also have just core gameplay problems. We have maps that are so bad, people think they are ChatGPT generated, myself included. A spawn system which only amplifies the dog shittiness of the maps. Packet bursts that is so bad you feel it every 30 seconds. For some reason, it seems to be there in like higher skill lobbies. So make of that what you will. All right, skill-based packet burst? Sure, man. I wouldn't surprise if the Archie event has skill-based currency or something. And to top it all off, we have our favorite thing in the world, EOMM. You might be saying skill-based damage is a conspiracy theory. Well, how about EOMM, my dudes? Engagement optimized matchmaking. Is your engagement optimized? I've been hearing for the past 5 years this complete and utter bullshit that skill-based matchmaking or engagement optimized matchmaking increases player retention. Maybe if we were all brain dead morons and we didn't know it existed, I am sure it would work. I'm sure the manipulation would work just fine. It'd be just like a casino. Activision would have their very own Las Vegas strip digitally in this game to milk the players dry. I'm sure that would be a thing if we were morons. Thankfully, myself and a lot of others are not. I'm sure there are a lot of morons that still play Call of Duty, and I'm sorry if that offends you, but if you're still playing this game, you might seriously want to consider your life choices. You might seriously want to consider getting a hobby, touch some grass, or just play a different game. My God, man, Fortnite just broke their concurrent player record and dropped like a brand new CSGO style mode. If you don't like that at all, you play XDefiant. I mean, yeah, the game's dead, but it just dropped like 8 seasons worth of content in one go that also has a CSGO style mode. And also a Rayman map. I just want to cut away and show the Rayman map. I didn't get to show that in yesterday's video. The Rayman map is amazing, and it's not meant to be this super competitive thing. It's just something they made for fun, and if you're a fan of the Rayman games, I think you'll love it. You know, it's just fucking awesome. But seriously, back to the whole engagement optimized matchmaking increases player retention thing. Tell me where you see that on this chart. You know what actually increases player retention? This is gonna shock you. This is gonna absolutely shock you. But I'm gonna say it. It's a good fucking game. A good game increases player retention. Things to grind for, things to work for. Prestigious rewards not made by an AI. Padded with game time based on an engagement optimized algorithm a la TikTok. A good game and no manipulation will keep people playing. What, you don't believe me? Let's look at Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2. Yeah, how old is this game? Like 15, 20 years old? I don't even know. I know it's old. Why does this, my humble viewer, why does this sometimes beat out Call of Duty on Steam charts? I'm not talking Call of Duty as in like the newest game. I'm talking everything in COD HQ combined, Warzone included. Team Fortress 2 will beat out from a player count perspective. I mean, the player count is so consistent. Let me actually go back and see. I mean, this game's been tracked on Steam charts since 2012 or whatever. I mean, it stayed so consistent with its player count for the past 12 years. And you're gonna sit there and try to sell me this idea that engagement optimized slop works to increase player retention. All it does is work to get little Timmy No Thumbs to swipe his mommy and daddy's credit card in the shop without their consent to get some stupid, cringy ass unicorn fart marijuana iguana bundle. Most likely, that was made by an AI, by the way. So good job, Timmy No Thumbs. You failed already, you 12-year-old piece of shit. I'm over it. I'm just over it. Like, this game is dead. Call of Duty is dead. I think we see the lowest numbers we have ever seen on this game this year, and rightfully so. There are a lot of good games coming out. I mean, even XDefiant, it died, but it gave us so much content, and it's clear as day, by the way. I just want to spotlight the devs for XDefiant. I know I'm harsh, especially on the Call of Duty devs, but the XDefiant devs were kind enough to watch my last video, drop some replies in the comments section, and you know, it's cool. Like, that's what blows my mind about all of this, and why I am kind of mean. Like, I've been following XDefiant, since it was announced. And during that time, we've had this constant communication from Mark Rubin, especially, keeping us up to date on what's going on, what they're working on, giving us a roadmap, directly communicating with people, getting feedback. We've had Aches kind of doing the same thing. And the devs themselves, I mean, I've seen them on Reddit. I've talked to them on Reddit. I have seen them in my comments section. This sort of discourse is what gaming needs more of. It's why Call of Duty is currently failing. The devs don't talk to us. I get it, man. People can be toxic and we can be assholes. I understand, trust me. But at the same time, you have to understand it comes from a place of passion. So whether people are praising your game or are being critical of your game, I think you should take that to heart. Like, two of the biggest things people were critical of with XDefiant was the progression system and the netcode. Guess what XDefiant worked really hard on for Season 3 before the game got shut down? The netcode and the progression system. If Ubisoft didn't close XDefiant down, Call of Duty is doing a great job of killing itself without any help. XDefiant would have done a V-shaped recovery in the player count and the interest. Guarantee it. They gave us Prestige mode in Season 3. They gave us a new Counter-Strike style mode in Season 3. They gave us more to grind for with the mastery system for factions. You could level up your faction character. The progression was going to come along so nicely. The netcode, the last netcode update they did made the game feel better than Black Ops 6. I mean, Black Ops 6 has the worst netcode I have ever seen. Call of Duty has made too many mistakes. I don't know if they just thought that they're too big to fail. I don't know if they had an ego. I don't know if they locked themselves away in an echo chamber of positivity and didn't take feedback where they needed it. They surrounded themselves with glad-handing yes men that just jerked them off behind closed doors. I don't know. This is the point where I just have to sit back, prop my feet up and watch the decline because I'm completely vindicated. I tried to tell you when I came back to YouTube 5 years ago when Modern Warfare 2019 dropped fucking Piccadilly in my lap and the world's slowest campy safe space gameplay, and I saw the resident Infinity Ward clown Joseph trying to explain how new players need to get kills just as much as good players. Anyway, guys, I'm out of time. Let's just end this video now. Actually, hold on. Whoa. My Twitter's going off. I'm seeing something. Charlie Intel just tweeted. Okay. Treyarch appears to have accidentally pushed live internal development playlists in Black Ops 6 for everyone to see. What is this? It's TDM bots phalanx testing. What?